Place finish for Tony Stewart, and this, Jem, a post-race interview.
Sorry we couldn't crash more cars today. We didn't fill the quota for today for Talladega and NASCAR. If we haven't crashed at least 50% of the field by the end of the race, we need to extend the race till we at least crash 50% of the cars, because it's not fair to these fans for them to not see any more wrecks than that and more tore up cars. I mean, we still had over half the cars running at the end, and it shouldn't be that way. I don't think any of the wrecks were an overheating issue. That's why I say I think we ought to just tape them off solid and run them until they blow up anyway. I think it'd make it a lot more exciting for the fans. If we don't crash half of the field by the end of the race, they really need to extend it, because I mean, that's what the fans want. They want to see that excitement. I'm upset that we didn't crash more cars. I mean, I feel like that's what we need. You know, that's what we're here for. I mean, and I feel bad if I don't spend at least $150,000 and tore up race cars going back to the shop. So we definitely got to do a better job of that. It would have been a lot more fun if I could have got caught up in one more wreck. If I could have done that, it would have been perfect. I mean, I think if we could make it a figure 8, it'd be perfect. It would absolutely be perfect here. It'd be better than what we got. So that's going to be my vote next week, is that we make it a figure 8, and/or we can go stop at the halfway, make a break, and turn around, go backwards the rest of the way. And then with 10 to go, we'll split the field in half, and half of them can go the regular direction, and half of them can go backwards.
I'm sorry, I can't be unbiased on that. I love it. Apparently, Martin Truex Jr. agreed, saying, I guess the fans got the cautions they wanted today. Good night. Now, for the record, NASCAR did say today they won't be penalizing Stewart for those.
Such a run through the middle of 3 and 4. He's going to take second spot away from Burton. Here comes his brother Kyle to the inside. And almost wrecked him.
I told you.
There he goes.
I told you.
Oh my gosh.
Checkers are wreckers.
That boy's got a lot of talent. If only he can harness it on a weekly basis.
How'd you like to be the referee in that family?
And here is Dick Berggren.
With Kyle Busch. I'm with Kyle Busch and Kurt, sorry. And we've just moved out of the way so the mechanics can work on the car. How much more difficult is it when it's you and your brother than when it's you and somebody else that takes you out?
Yeah, I was waiting for the day, and we got together. I was making a clean move on the 31, and then I got a car on my inside when I'm on the bottom lane. And so I was waiting for the day when we got together. We did, and we were racing for $1 million. You know, the tough part is I wrecked real close to the end at the Daytona 500, and there was a lot of money up for line, and a guy named Harvick won the race. A guy named Harvick's leading right now. So that was a bummer to have my little brother pull that move on me, and maybe I should have given an inch instead of taking an inch from him. But hey, that's what the All-Star race is all about. I just hate I got a wrecked race car, and so does he.
You will talk to him.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk to each other. It's just tough to have this scenario happen out on the track, but inevitably it was going to happen. So we'll see what he has to say about it, and we'll see what we can do to discuss it. But right now, I'm not eating any Kellogg's anytime soon.
Okay, thanks, Kurt. See you next week at the 600.
I like your outfit. This is being brought to you by Aaron's.
I don't know what we're praying for more, for you to have more breath or for us to have a good run.
I hope you have a good run. Hey, Chris, me and the bear will see you later.
Yes, and you won the race, but all the talk was about, you know, Jeff getting in here. Is this
story of my life?
And what about Greg Biffle, right? I mean, a guy leads in points, and it's like, how much? Yeah, you guys, do you have to be outspoken, have a personality to get more attention? Is it all about
as
winning?
long as Jeff Gordon's in the race and racing for a bubble, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want.
Bring it on, Clint. I love it. I love it, man. Thank God Boyer's back.
I'm going to fall asleep if I don't ask something.
We're on cable, by the way.
Have you decided what mustache you're going with yet?
Obviously, it's going to be gray. I know that. That's a given.
That's what happens when you run a plus 40 class.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. Who's the toughest guy to be around?
Why don't we let Clint answer that one?
About Mark Martin?
No, about the toughest.
Toughest guy in the racetrack.
Toughest guy.
Who's the tough? Oh, yeah. Juan.
Oh, yeah.
He is very fast, but he's my new best friend. I love you, Juan. If there's a camera and you're listening, Juan Pablo is best guy in the world. He's easy to pass. It doesn't matter if he's 1 lap down or 50 laps down.
We're not talking about Jimmy Spencer either.
Yeah, in fact, some often say they never forget.
Never forgets. The man never forgets.
Oh, and there is a pie. Now, Harvick didn't just hit him with that pie.
Ambush him.
Yeah, now Kevin is going to get blamed for that, fortunately.
Looked like Kevin got a little bit of the aftermath, too. Yeah, a little.
Let's go down to Matt.
Kyle says, I know how you got to have to. This ain't going to happen too good.
There was a pass, there was contact, and then as Boyer went into the fence, Kyle Busch came and turned Kevin Harvick around.
We know Harvick is he plays rough, especially when the race is over with. I've seen him climb over people's cars to get to him.
We've got cars overheated. We've got drivers overheated.
And we got wrecked cars. And
Bobby Labonte crashed on the final lap. Harvick looking in his mirror. Shuts the switches off.
Something's going to have to give here, boys.
Wheels off again. Here he comes.
He says, okay, this is enough. I'm going back here and we're going to have a little talk. And there goes his car. That car just took off.
All right, tell your side of the story, Kevin.
I mean, obviously we were just racing hard and doing what we had to do there at the end, and things happen.
Things happen, that's it?
That's it. What do you do? Good racing, I guess.
What you guys talk about?
What got discussed in the truck?
Not much.
Oh, come on, Kevin. What got talked about?
Anything really to tell you other than not much.
Is it settled between the two of you?
You saw the end.
Kevin.
I don't know if we saw the end. I think we saw another chapter.
And release, he's okay, but you're behind the 44. What do you see and what are you thinking?
Well, first of all, I was behind the 44. He come flying around, come up on the apron, jumps in front of me, then runs over the 51, stacks us all up, and I run into him. It's idiotic to be out here doing this anyway. There's no sense in being able to trying to put on some cute show for whatever the hell this is. Then you got a guy out there in desperation doing this crap like this. I mean, it's just there's no reason to be out here. These guys have spent 6 months working on these cars, busting their ass on these cars to go out there and have some guy out of desperation do that crap. But it ain't his fault. It's not. It's NASCAR's fault for putting us out here in the middle of this crap for nothing. There's absolutely. We used to come down here and worry about who's going to sit on the front row in the pole for the biggest race of the year. Now all we do is come down here and worry about how a starting park like this out of desperation is going to knock us out of the Daytona 500. We've been in meetings for 45 minutes just trying to figure out what in the hell everybody's going to do just so we can make the race. It's stupid. There's no sense in doing this.
Very frustrated driver. He will go to a backup for Thursday's dual races.
Hey, Rusty, I was just wondering, since it's pouring down rain, is there any chance we could bring our crew inside the motor coach and stay dry?
No, man. Look, I know you type. No way. I like doing an interview with you and all that, but you're a good guy, but your feet got mud all over them. Man, you're not going to bring all that mud in my new motorhome.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
We'll go back to Chris.
All right, thanks, Steve. Keep trying.
I was asking your friend Rusty Wallace from Missouri earlier, it's still pouring down rain. If, you got this sweet motor coach here, if we could kind of come in and the rest of the guys get dry. Any chance?
Your wife, Karen, now, we love her. If she wanted to come in, we'd let her, but we're pretty much full, Steve. I'm sorry.
Okay. Back to the hotel.
Hey, Steve, you could run over to my coach. It needs, dry it off a little bit. We'll get the water spots off of it and check the tires and the wheels because Smitty's pretty busy right now.
Steve Burns can't catch a break. His wife actually expecting a baby coming up. There looks just he's working hard.
Yeah.
He's helping Schrader out. He's totally versatile.
Oh, yeah.
Totally NASCAR.
Don't do that, buddy. Don't do it. You're a real man. You work in the pit. You don't have to be polishing wheels.
You tell him, Hammond.
That's right.
You tell. Oh, wait.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Schrader.
You know what I love
missed
about
a spot.
There he is.
Sorry. We'll go back.
Don't let him talk to you like that, buddy. Get up.
Just one more question. Now, you made me take my shoes off to come in here and do this interview. If Steve Burns were going to try to get into your motor coach, would you let him in?
Steve Burns? No, not Steve Burns. Just you, Doc, but not Steve.
Okay, thanks, Elliot.
Steve is, he can't get a...
Steve, open invitation, baby. The Hollywood Hotel is here for you.
Hammond, you've been saying that for 2 years. You say it on Totally NASCAR, but have I ever been up there?
Bolt door.
No.
Hey, look, if you don't come down, don't be running your mouth. All I can say is the door is open. I'll even get the red carpet out for you.
Yeah,
But I tell you what,
hey, DW, I got the rag for your motor.
Elliott Sadler, and they need to turn off those silly games and watch the show here. They'll learn so much more.
Yes, well, Dick Berger wanted...
We're a wealth of information here, and we're talking to other drivers.
Hey, wait a minute. He said something about being childish. Now, what are you talking about, Daryl?
Please,
Dick Berger wanted to play Pac-Man or Donkey Kong. I mean, tell him there's new video games that he's got to work with.
I don't want to see Burns. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I got TV barging in on us here. Get out of here, Burns.
He says no.
I thought with a young gun I'd get a little respect. I was interviewing that kid when he was racing ASA.
Burns, did you hear Junior?
No.
Junior says, yeah, well, he hadn't come to see me. I like that, too.
Keep working. Steve Burns has been rejected more than Andrew Dice Clay at a singles bar. I mean, he's just having trouble. Don't worry, Steve. You'll get it later. Okay.
Oh,
it's
man.
not that bad.
Right through the heart.
He's actually very popular with not only the drivers of the crews, but Totally NASCAR. He's on all the time, and the guy doesn't have a day off, so maybe they're just tired of seeing him. Steve Burns, let's believe
he's still out there.
He's trying to find their motor coach to let him in. Steve,
if they'll let you drive the track.
I hear you're pretty good at polishing tires, so when this is all done, I've got a rag for you.
I don't need that from Jimmy Johnson. It's bad enough that DW makes us clean out his horse stall. Any chance at all we get out of the rain?
We're out of the rain. We're under the awning right here. What more do you want?
Inside, where it's warm and cozy.
He wants in where it's warm.
No.
Don't let him in, Ferry.
He hadn't had any warmth so far.
What if I walk your dog? I saw your dog.
My dog's gone. Be careful, the dog will bite you.
Make sure that's not the dog. We just want to clear that up. You're going to get in real trouble, Birdsey.
We're not tight anymore, Terry.
You think you're on the outside now. And by the way, let's thanks Terry and Steve. Let's take a look. We asked the people at home to cast their vote and other results in on the internet. Would you let Steve Burns in your motor coach if you let's see the results? Look at that. Look, it's 51%.
Well, it was but Burns. It was close.
49%.
It was so close.
So you keep working that.
I mean, you were just almost. And then the other question people keep coming back with is who's Steve Burns. So that's the other problem.
Now, how come 54% of the people called in or voted or whatever, and they said that they'd let Steve Burns in their motor coach? Evidently, Steve got on the cell phone and talked to a lot of relatives.
We need help.
Yeah, I think there's, 20 votes?
21, I think.
21? Well, the votes are starting to narrow down a little bit, and it's starting to get a little bit thin on the air. Maybe not thin, but I think Steve Burns fans are thin. They're still trying to figure out who Steve Burns is, where he is, what he's doing, why he's here. I don't know what he is.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's sit back and we'll critique more of the show. You want to watch a movie? What do you
Harvick.
Have? Oh, hang on.
Harvick, I got a new show for you to come on. How about Totally ARCA?
Totally No, that's what your next job is.
And I'll be interviewing you there on the set when you win the championship, or the Pork the Other White Meat 400.
The trash talking continues.
Non-NASCAR knowing Chris Myers. Non-NASCAR knowing Chris Myers talk about something. Let's take away those sheets of paper there, bud.
Okay.
Let's see what you can talk about then. That's who's going to stir the pot.
24 years old.
Throwing down the gauntlet again.
I can outrun Matt Yoakum and Steve Burns backwards, okay?
That crack about outrunning me and Matt Yoakum backwards. I seem to remember raining jump shots on your mug in Johnson City, Tennessee. Do you remember that about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but you lost the game when we assigned Neil Goldberg, our producer, to cover you, and I made the winning basket.
No, you even had to switch. You put Neil Goldberg on me because you couldn't hang with me on defense.
He had a great jump shot on the outside.
Got a great jump shot.
Jeff Hamm was on the side of Steve
The
Burns.
winning side.
You won the first game.
First two, thank you very
kindly. And then we won the second game. I was with the producer, Neil Goldberg.
So far, no luck, but I'm at Sterling Marlin's coach.
Oh, you got it in there. They love you there.
Coach. Sterling's not here, but watch this. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of hungry. Me and the old lady gonna get something to eat. Hey, I don't know, how about give me one of them chicken breasts?
Don't even think about it, Steve. Don't even put your hand down there.
What about y'all fans, hardcore fans? Should I get in the motor coach?
Mixed.
That really hurts. Dick Bergeron.
Hey, Burns, listen, I've got a place for you. I've looked all over the infield. It's not a Newell, it's not one of the fancy motor coaches, but I found a place you can go. Hey, Tony, Steve Burns, welcome in here.
Hey, anybody's welcome here. Even Steve Burns can stay here.
Hey, there you go, and you don't even have to take your shoes off, Burnsy, because your shoes are wetter than the floor here.
Okay. Hey, can I come in?
Sure, man.
Terry's dog had an accident back here. I need you to come on in.
I thought you and I were like tight, Mark.
We're tight, man. We're real tight.
You got the TV on in there.
I've been watching the show, and I feel sorry for you.
There's nobody else in there.
I'm here all by myself. I'm pretty lonesome. I'm
why he's
kind of
letting me
hoping
in by
that
himself.
when, you know, if they wind up calling this thing, I can get a workout partner. How about?
Yeah, we'll work out. I think you're bored is what you are, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Steve
See,
made
I'm
his
in.
way in.
I am so in, you guys. Hey, do I need to take my shoes off, Mark? Huh? No, not even take the shoes off, soaking wet. Ah, yeah, this is good. I like this.
Yeah,
Me,
right. Got any
me
lights
and-
in there?
Yeah, we need some light, Mark.
That's good.
Turn out the light, the party's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It's me and
Nobody's
Mark
in there,
Martin.
but Burns in there by himself.
Nah,
Mark went out the back door.
my old buddy, Mark Martin, huh? Living large here, me and Mark.
Yeah,
now,
good.
one question. Daryl also wants to know about your shaving technique. When you shave, when you don't shave.
I guess when it starts to itch, I don't know. I mean,
Allegedly, someone from Kevin Harvick's camp came by and dropped this off at the booth for Daryl.
Yeah, don't let him kid you. He hadn't been in that coach. Well, it wasn't a TV guy.
We thought it was for the TV listings, but they wanted
something on
Daryl
the back here.
only in Dallas to see this on the back page.
Harvick dropped this off for you, DW. We just want
Just
you to know.
in case you're shopping.
Highly recommended for what?
What is it?
I'm telling you, Harvick, you better watch it.
Let's bring Larry back in for a moment because we have to ask him about that photo, Daryl, that you pointed out, or that picture of him on that T-shirt. Larry, do you have
Well,
that?
it's supposed to be, you know, obviously that doesn't look like Larry.
That's
Yeah,
not- that's not-
DW,
And that
I
one
made
doesn't
you
look
my
like me,
agent. You are no longer my agent because you approved that shirt. They say
Oh.
TV puts about 20 pounds on you. The shirt is, my figure is not that big. It's your television set. Do not adjust your set.
Look at that head. That looks like one of the blimps that get the aerial shots.
Here's what
Yeah,
happens.
a little muscular. Maybe I've been taking the
pipes on
what
that
is it,
boy.
Hammond
Look at
takes
him.
a stack or two? Maybe I've been doing that.
That's exactly
Look
right.
how they had to
Stack or
narrow
two,
me
baby.
down. I'm
You're
narrow-headed. I'm real narrow-headed because he's two big heads on each side of me.
Squished in between, but again, available. The trailer will be out at all the races.
Now, you know, the last time that the Truck Series ran at Martinsville, I think DW competed, they had a halftime break. Do you think they'll maybe institute that again?
Well, he might need quarter breaks.
No.
We might need quarters.
The last time DW ran a truck series, Ben-Hur was running. Hey, I kid. Come on, it was way back. I kid because I care. You know that.
I mean, I know Steve was out walking the dog, and by the way, that was a very lovely dog that Terry Labonte has, isn't it?
That's a tough man that Terry Labonte is, but his dog doesn't speak for him.
Now, how did you describe that little dog?
It looked like a rat, especially when it got wet.
You know,
I got a dog at home that might choke on that thing.
That thing, sick Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick is trash talking with a little mutt. What will he do next?
How low can you go? How low can you go?
He just insulted another 2 times.
That's right. And Daryl called him Toto. Hang in there, Toto. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Look at Toto. He's going to get blown out of here.
We're in Texas on Fox.
get that
We'll be
thing a
back in a
blanket.
moment. We've reached new lows here.
Open sesame. But be sure and take the shoes off because Miss Stevie will kill
in
us.
there.
I don't care about Daryl, but Miss Stevie will kill us.
Harvick's going to TP that thing?
You better go
watch
first,
out
though.
for Smitty.
Smitty, get over there
where are
quick.
you, Smitty?
Smitty's
Get over
gone.
Here, here's your roll.
Come on inside. Be sure and take the shoes off.
All right.
Unbelievable. Now, where's Steve Burns when you need him? He should be in that one.
Burns, get over to my coach quick.
Okay, now, I'll start at this end.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
You got to call.
Well, I'll
What
tell
have
you
I
what, you
gotten
throw it down
myself
this
into
way
here?
You
here.
got to call security, Daryl.
Look.
Oh, we broke it.
They brought.
Oh, man.
Do those guys know how to use that? Oh, I can't. I'm just kidding. Are we on? Are we still on the air? We are. Okay, just for the moment.
me.
This is not.
This is killing me.
This is not on tape.
Honey, I thought I had the door locked, honey. I
Okay,
don't
here
know
you
how
go.
they got
I'm gonna
in
throw
there.
it
The
back down to
producer
you.
from the Tick
I did this in
called, and he wants
college.
his job back.
You know what, Kevin? I'm a little hungry, and I saw Smitty cooking dinner. Let's check out and see what Daryl actually has in his cupboards.
I wish you'd look at this.
Especially the refrigerator, which Daryl tells me is
Don't miss
his
the
most
pot
important.
He has no idea what he's getting himself into.
Oh, my. Look at this. Does
All right,
Stevie
the
know he
excitement
has chicken
continues.
wings
Daryl
here?
Waltrip's
Oh, my
refrigerator
goodness.
with Matt Yoakum and Kevin Harvick. Only
here. He's not eating
on
very
Fox
good.
from
Yeah, he's
the
not eating good
Texas
at all.
Motor
He doesn't need
Speedway.
to.
We're live. Can you tell?
Don't.